Welcome back to Talking Picture. This is episode 12. I'm Jack. This is Sankit. We'll put our letterbox up on the screen now. And yeah, let's just get straight into it.
So we're gonna start with the Backrooms today. We've just gone back from it. Thoughts. So non-spoiler first.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Opening is very solid. Like the
Yeah,
cold
a
open.
really great opening scene.
But I think I speak for both of us here when I say there's a lot of unanswered things.
Yeah, insane. I feel like anyone who's like, I'm not, so I can't really speak for this. Because I haven't really seen like much of like the YouTube stuff or anything.
I've seen a decent bit.
But like, I feel like if you're a fan of that and you're like hoping like, oh, we might get like something like we might get like some questions answered and like the lore expanded, you are not getting.
You are
that.
completely mistaken.
Yeah, that's does not happen at all here.
I don't think there's a single question answered.
Yeah,
a single
like
plot line that's really
that's
relevant.
not even there's not even an exaggeration in saying that. Like there's genuinely no question that you'll have. Like at the halfway point of this movie, every question you would have written down in your brain, none of them are answered. Like actually none. Straight
Which
out, like
really disappointing.
I said this to Jack, but it genuinely feels like the movie kind of ends like at the second, like end of the second act, like before like the third act really even starts.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
We both like were sort of just like pretty disappointed with that.
It feels like they're definitely. I don't want to say definitely, but it feels like to me like the sequel, like they're going for a sequel, right? Would you say that?
I think I hope.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope so because I want to see.
I want to know what's going on, but like it's stupid because you can't just like end a movie at a second act and then be like, we have a sequel coming out.
Beyond Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, but I feel like that's weird. That's it. Everyone always brings that up, but I feel like when you look at a lot of part 1, part 2 movies, like they do have a 3-act structure. Like that movie has a 3-act structure. It even has like a massive fight at the end and all. And this movie kind of does, but like I don't know, not really.
Doesn't really like.
It doesn't really
have a proper.
I'm trying to think of part 1 and part 2. Like even like the like Dead Reckoning has a 3-act structure. Yeah, but that's very clearly a part 1. But yeah, anyway.
Even like this doesn't have like a. It's a very abrupt ending.
Like, yeah, that's exactly how I would describe it. It's just so abrupt. Like you don't think it's gonna. And I like towards the end of it when there's probably like 20 minutes left, I googled the runtime for the movie and it's 1 hour and 50, and I was like, oh, that like we're fucked. Like this is so we're done. Like that's it.
They needed at least.
There's
an extra
no
half
way.
An hour
yeah,
to
there is no way
stuff,
they were gonna be able to explain that stuff.
Yeah,
they would have had to add like at least a half hour to the end of this movie to like really dive into it. They don't even start. Like they barely start to do it, and then it just ends.
I would say that some positives, obviously, like you would expect the set to be a positive, which it is. It's incredible, like the amount of effort they would have had to go into that. Even if it's just like the same sort of rooms, they can just restructure it. Like making each shot unique is a really challenging thing.
Yeah, it's very well shot. So there's a lot of good like fan footage stuff here. There's a good like segment like towards like the middle, shall I say, end of first act, which is like just great, honestly.
Yeah,
it was pretty long too, honestly.
It was pretty long.
Yeah, and they did a lot of like really great like fan footage stuff, like some of the best like I've really seen.
Yeah, which you would expect from Kane Parsons.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I mean, that's kind of
he made the YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's kind of what you would be expecting.
Yeah, he does. You can tell like there's an increase in the budget, obviously.
Yeah,
the YouTube videos he wouldn't really have anything to go with. I was gonna say something else. The sound design was really good.
Yeah, there's great stuff with sound, which is obviously really important.
And there's some, for the most part, pretty solid performances as well.
Yeah, I'd say.
I think the two protagonists.
I think everyone's really great in this. Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
It's pretty much all we can say. That's spoilers. Yeah. Negative wise, just there's nothing really answered here, and there's a lot of like. Again, I think they're gonna go for a sequel, so I can't really say it's for sure. But as far as like this is a standalone movie, there is at least half an hour, maybe more of shit that could straight up be cut from this with zero like relevance, like just time being used so like poorly.
It's just there's just a bunch of stuff that's completely irrelevant to the plot. And,
like but by the time the credits roll, you just don't even like. Why is this being shown?
Yeah, I think you said to me that you walked out of the movie knowing the same amount as you did walking.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said because I knew. I told Jack this like before we went to see it. I genuinely don't really know anything like about this. Like I haven't seen the YouTube series. I haven't even played the games or anything. Like nothing. All I know is like it's a big part of like pop culture,
It's
really
very
kind of.
popular.
So
yeah.
I know like a bit, but like when I walked into a Backrooms movie, you're expecting to come out like as like someone who knows nothing about like I should know a little bit, and I don't know anything. And
Exactly.
again, when I can't remember the name of the organization, I keep forgetting.
Async.
Yeah, Async. When they were getting introduced, and you were like kind of like looking at me like kind of, so I could tell like, oh, this is
Yeah.
important,
I
obviously.
knew because
And I was like, oh, at least I'm about to learn something here. And then no, I still don't know anything about them at all, except for they're just an organization that made MRI machines. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Kind of disappointing, but yeah.
All right, so moving on to spoilers now.
Yeah, this is your warning.
Yeah, you
Don't
wanna
watch if you
go?
don't want to get spoiled. So basically, the movie starts like with this is like a cold open sort of thing. It's found footage, and it's about like an employee of Async. And we see it like running around scared. Like we see the person running around the back rooms like scared. They've lost their teammates or whatever. Their co-workers, whatever it is.
Teammates.
And then yeah, basically, eventually he gets killed. We think we don't actually.
We
know,
don't really
but
find it. It's mostly just like
it's pretty.
it's just a
heavy
tone
leaning
setter, really. It's
towards-
just him running around. He's been separated. He's talking on an intercom thing, telling someone to come and save him, and then he gets like grabbed, I guess, at the end of it. It has no relevance to the plot. It's just kind of a tone setter, which is fine. It's good. And the found footage stuff there is great.
And then we like during that we see like this is all being recorded, and we see the company Async watching the
employee
like recordings of it, and then during that you can see there's a timestamp where this takes place in the 90s, which
I
Sankit
completely
didn't
missed
see.
that because halfway during the movie I like searched it up. I was like, oh fuck, 90s, because like I could tell by like everything going on it was 90s, but like I just didn't remember them saying that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and then basically it just cuts forward to the main plot.
Main protagonist. So we see
Clark.
Honestly, we can just speed through this because it's really not that much, to be honest. But basically, Clark and Mary.
Yeah.
Mary's the therapist. She and him are having like this conversation regarding his life and all. And they do like it's not really important, but basically what we learned from this conversation is that
he's an alcoholic.
Yeah, he's an alcoholic, and he was in a relationship with this girl. We never find her name.
I think we do, but I just can't remember.
I can't remember. And she's in law school. She's trying to become a lawyer, and basically he tells we find out that this one night he's come back from work at the store, and he's had a couple of beers, whatever, and he basically breaks a glass, which causes an argument to be started, which basically ends a relationship. And Clark is very annoyed because
he's very angry about it.
He's very mad because he feels like he's doing everything anyway. Like he's the only one who's working. He's paying for her law school, her house,
everything.
Yeah.
And then
that causes the end of the relationship.
And we see him renting this to Mary.
Who
is like his therapist. I think you said that.
Yeah, I did.
And basically it just shows a bit of like the store. We see the store's dead. Like no one's going in to buy any furniture or whatever. And Clark's actually staying in the store, like sleeping there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, you're right. Yep. You're right.
And then eventually there's like some faulty electricity. So that leads him to the basement where he finds the entrance to the back rooms.
Yeah. And from there it's he spends like a while kind of going
back and forth.
Yeah, going back and forth, kind of like mapping it out a bit. And he goes to Mary. He tells Mary. Mary straight up just doesn't believe him.
I mean, who would?
Yeah, that's fair. And then he goes and he kind of gets two of his employees. And they hire out a camera and they go down to explore. And this is where you kind of see some stuff from the trailer. Basically, everything found footage in the trailer is from this segment, of the next like 20 minutes. Where he goes kind of down this kind of like this like slope, this steep slope, and then gets attacked by something,
by a monster.
Yeah.
And then
they all end up getting stuck down there. And then basically Clark gets put in a really bad spot. He gets grabbed, and then it kind of cuts to black. Pulls like kind of a Jack said, this like a barbarian thing.
Yeah, and then it just switches to the Mary.
Yeah.
She basically becomes the protagonist, like barbarian. Where they just switch mid-movie.
She heads down there and she finds Clark.
Yeah, because at this point, Clark's been missing for like at least a week.
We guess like around a week, I think would be fair. She enters there and it's insane. Like there's drawings on the walls and stuff.
I think those were by Clark as well.
Yeah, they were definitely by Clark because you can see the architect stuff. And then there was like an art drawing of. We find out that Clark wants to be an architect, but he just couldn't do it. And we see like drawings of like architecture and stuff, and then underneath it says underappreciated. So I'm gonna assume that it was definitely Clark drawing it. But Yeah. She goes in there, she finds Clark, and then out of nowhere, Clark basically like subdues her,
knocks her out.
knocks her out, and
Yeah,
then ties her to like a chair. And there's some other stuff here that isn't really important, to be honest. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna skip through it. But basically, they both kind of Clark is kind of saying to Mary that he likes it better in the back rooms, and he likes the people there who are kind of just like fragments of real people,
The
kind of.
explanation,
Yeah.
Clark says this is the only explanation we get. It just says that the back rooms basically like remembers everything, and the more it's remembered, the less it's remembered. So we see their faces are like altered,
Yeah.
and like it's just weird, and it's just we weren't happy with that.
Yeah, the
explanation.
more it remembers, the less it remembers is the explanation. That's
Yeah.
shit. Anyway, yeah. So Clark basically says he likes them more, and he likes the people there because they act like furniture. Which I think I'm fine with, because his whole thing they're kind of setting up is that he is really lonely, and he kind of blames everything else for that instead of him.
Yeah.
And Mary eventually cracks it at him, saying like everything that's happened is your fault. Like your wife leaving you was your fault. What else does she say? She lists like a bunch of things. She's like, it's all your fault.
That like he just is wired to believe that like
Yeah.
everything is something else's fault and not his.
Yeah, so she says, so yeah, early on in the first like therapy like session that we see, he says that he's just wired that way as an excuse for what he's done, and Mary kind of switches that back on him in that argument, and she says like, you blame everything but yourself, and then when you can't do that, you just blame your brain. But he blames like really everything, and then when he can't blame everything, he blames like his brain basically by saying he's wired that way, and Mary just uses that against him and straight up says like, you blame your brain but you are your brain.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like realizes like, what the fuck am I doing? And he unties her, and then this is just like one of the monsters who is a kind of a mirror, because like Jack said, everyone's kind of like has a mirrored version, I guess.
It's basically just like what I assume to just be like the physical manifestation of everything wrong with Clark.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like this big, like tall, like distorted, yeah, like
looks like Clark,
looking
which
thing.
is like, I'm guessing it's just meant to like show, because like earlier in the movie we see Mark wearing a pirate costume.
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
like, his
and
religious
the store is called something. It has like a pirate theme, something I can't remember. Captain Clark.
Captain Clark, yeah.
Something. But yeah, it's like I just have issues with this because it's like we don't really find out how this. Because so the monster comes up to Clark, and it's not harming Clark at all. And then Clark starts to say like, "Oh, we can change. Like there's still hope for us. We can change, whatever." And then the monster attacks him. So like, why the fuck does it care? Like if he can change or not change? So obviously the thing it's saying is that it wants him to stay the same. But like, why does it want him to stay the same? And then why didn't it kill him the first time it killed him? Like it's just
we
so
assume
weird.
It's to be the same monster that like
grabbed
him like before the time cut.
Because that whole segment was found footage, and Clark leaves the camera on the ground just before he gets grabbed, and it's picked up by a monster, which is like, and they make it really obvious that it's tall as fuck. And most of the other monsters aren't actually that we see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're all just like normal height. So yeah, and it just makes no sense. It's never explained why the monster would think that way. And then so the monster just kills Clark, which is kind of like, it seems like a pointless like direction to take it, because like nothing really happens with Clark's character. And I will say this now, but a bunch of shit is so unnecessary to be shown here, because we haven't really even spoken about it. That's how insignificant it is. But throughout this movie, we keep getting flashes of like Mary's past, something to do with a building that's being demolished, and like stuff to do with her mom.
I think that was her like home.
Yeah.
From what I gathered from it was that like her mum was obviously like abusive and like mentally ill.
Yeah.
We see her like shutting and locking them in the house, and then we see her in like a mental hospital, and then we see the house get demolished.
Yeah.
So it looks like to me like
it's pretty clear.
She's trying to like, she keeps like this handprint of concrete. And she's like holding it to it. I'm guessing that's her way of like holding onto the trauma she has from her childhood. But yeah,
and she ends up breaking that rock to escape from Clark, which is like her breaking free from her trauma to escape. But it's like, it's so stupid, because like, it's like, I understand what they're trying to show, but when you don't like actually dive into it, like they just, it feels like it feels like they give you like all the pieces of that, but they don't ever like really bring it together.
Yeah, it's like
at all.
Around. And then,
and yeah, like that makes like, it actually like sounds good too, like saying it.
It could have
like
been
her, because she uses that like rock, which Jack's talking about, which he grabs, she uses that to break, like kind of break free from the monster. And so it makes sense, but like, it's just so poorly set up, unfortunately. And it's like, it sucks because all that stuff, like Mary stuff, could straight up be like just take it out of the movie. It adds nothing, and that time would have been so much better focusing on, in my opinion, I said to Jack, Clark's personal life a bit more, because like a big part of this thing after is like Clark saying like, I like it better down here, like I love like, so obviously we're led to believe that he's extremely lonely. Obvious, that's like
Yeah.
insanely obvious, like the loneliness and depression. It would be way more better to just spend that time like showing it, like
Yeah,
showing him
exactly.
being lonely and showing him being depressed. So when we like cut back to this part of the movie and now we're seeing like that he's kind of insane, it's not like insanely surprising, because when it happened for me, my reaction was like, what the fuck?
It
Like
happens
what?
completely off screen.
Yeah,
The
I was
last
like,
shot we see of him when he gets attacked, he's like, obviously he's interested in the place and he's looking around. And the next time we see him, he's just like fully like
fucking obsessed
insane.
with
He's
it.
eating the people there.
Yeah, he's really
He
it's
has
so
he has
weird.
this assistant manager who was helping him earlier. He has her head in a fridge. Like,
Yeah, and
where
like
did that come
when
from?
this stuff started happening before the explanation, I was like, bro, what the fuck could have possibly happened to him? The answer is nothing.
Yeah.
Literally nothing happens to him. Like he just, it's so weird. It's like so odd. It doesn't feel like natural at all. And then yeah, he's just killed. So I mean, like, sure, I guess whatever.
That
Like
was
that's just a waste of
completely
time.
wasteful.
And then yeah, so now we're left with Mary, who is a character which has been set up like pretty fucking poorly. And then yeah, she's escaping from this monster for a while. By the
It
way,
takes like
it
10
takes.
minutes, 10 plus
I think it might be
minutes.
more. Like yeah,
Yeah.
15 to 20. It's a while, bro. She just the guy just doesn't fuck off. And then eventually she runs into, I forgot the
Async.
I can't remember.
She runs into async employees and
Yeah.
they basically gas her till she passes out.
Yeah.
And then we see, I don't know his actual name.
The
actor.
guy from Creep.
I'll search up his name.
Yeah. So he basically kind of takes her to another room and interviews her about what she's been through, and
Mark Duplass.
Yeah,
Duplass,
that's right.
How you pronounce that?
He's interviewing her about it, and she starts to answer questions, and then after she's kind of like hesitant, and she's like, "What's really gonna happen to me?" And it's pretty obvious that like nothing good's gonna happen to her. And then it just cuts, like that's
Yeah,
credits.
the movie just ends.
The movie just ends. So we don't find anything about what async is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I finally got it.
We've-
We never find out what they're doing there.
How
We
they
don't even know
found
how
it.
they find it. All we know about them
Is
is
that they used to
they
make
used to make
machines.
MRI machines, and then they discovered this place. That's it. Like that's
Yeah.
all we don't even know what they're doing there now.
Exactly.
I guess they're trying to. We kind of are led to believe like they're trying to figure it out, but like why and like
I know one thing in the YouTube thing. I'm pretty sure, like in all the YouTube videos, async like views it as a way to like solve overpopulation because it's such an endless space.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's just not touched on at all in the movie.
Nothing. There's nothing touched on. No, we don't even find out. We don't even know who this guy is really.
Yeah, he's
we
in
don't-
3 scenes in the whole movie.
Yeah, we don't know shit. We don't know like I have no idea. And there's a scene in the movie where he's looking at the TV with his family, and there's like an ad playing of Clark of Clark's like shop, and he looks at it like he clearly knows something about Clark and like he's interested in Clark, but why?
Because he saw Clark in
yeah, you're right.
the CCTV.
That's so like didn't the ad come out before that?
No.
Oh,
He
well, I just completely
recorded
misread
before.
that.
He recorded the ad before.
You're right. He
and
did
then,
record it before. Yeah, that's
what's it
fair to
called?
assume it would be like before.
Yeah, so basically there's fuck, I can't speak.
CT.
CCTV
Yeah.
throughout the back rooms, and one of the cameras catches Clark, and then I don't even know Mark Duplass's character's name or
Phil.
Phil. Phil sees him on the camera, and then we see in the next scene he recognizes him. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I just assumed that
No,
to
no,
be a
you're
way
right.
for them
No,
to figure
you're
out like,
definitely right.
where the entrance was.
And then, yeah, it's just so like weird.
And then it ends like midway through the interview. It cuts back to the back rooms, and we see Mary's like misremembered person.
So I don't know what they're trying
and
to show.
she's
I
like
guess like
sitting in
she's
like
been
an equivalent room. So I don't know if that's meant to be like, oh, is she still in the back rooms, or is that just like I interpreted it to be like, because Clark says throughout the movie like that everything is in the back room. So I just interpreted it to be like what her misremembered self is doing in the back room while she's doing in real life.
I just don't know why you would show that. Like,
Yeah,
I just don't
it's
understand. I'm also gonna say one thing. I'm like fairly like I have an idea ish. Again, I might have to rewatch it because I might have misheard this, but I'm pretty sure I heard it right. When they're having that interview at the end, Phil talks about like the back rooms as like the current place they're in. So we
Yeah.
don't actually see them exit the back rooms ever. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're still in it because Phil says
They
like
definitely could have just
almost
built a facility in
yeah,
there.
Phil says almost word for word, like we used to found MRI machines, and then we discovered this place, and I've been
Been here.
working here ever since.
Yeah.
He does say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's that like exact word for word, but it's along
he
those
does say the
lines.
word here, like
Yeah.
definitely. So I mean, I have no idea. And then like yeah, she keeps she being Mary keeps like kind of like asking about like, oh, where are we, like what's going on, and he kind of just gets more and more like kind of like not upset, but he just like sympathizes, like he feels bad for her because he
Yeah.
knows like she's not gonna like the answer, which again leads me to believe that
Yeah.
this on the backrooms, but
But we
also
never
that
find
like
out.
she's not gonna have a
Yeah.
happy ending.
So basically, we don't find out what the backrooms are,
Yeah.
why they're made, how they're formed. Oh,
What
same thing.
what async is doing.
Why there's so many different entrances. What's to do with the monsters? Nothing. We don't get
Yeah,
any
it's
answers
like
to any question.
if you're like me and you're not a fan and you're just going in this like, oh, I wonder, I've heard about this, I wonder what it is, you won't know. And if you are a fan and you're like, oh, now they have a full budget, they're gonna be able to expand on this, they don't.
Yeah.
So like either way, it's just shit.
Mm.
I feel like that they're setting up a sequel for this. And like to be honest, like I mean, I would go and see it because I'm curious
Yeah.
to know about async. It's a really interesting like setup, but at the end of the day, it's just lazy as shit.
Exactly. Which is kind of disappointing because I thought with Kane Parsons being the director,
yeah, like
he
this
created
is you,
all of this.
You made this, man.
And he's not expanding or building on it at all. And it's just like
I feel like they just played it so safe.
Mm.
Like they don't want to take any risks. Like, oh, people aren't gonna like the explanation. Let's just not do it. Like
which
that's
is
the type
worse.
of like,
we would rather
yeah, I would
shit
rather a shit explanation
than
than
no
none.
explanation.
Yeah.
We don't. I don't know about you. I don't care if they don't answer all the questions.
Yeah,
as long
I
as
said
they
it
answer
to you.
some.
Yeah, they
Like,
need to answer.
They
Something.
didn't answer a single question I had throughout that movie.
Yeah, none.
Which is just ridiculous.
It's just stupid, bro.
Very disappointing.
Yeah, so I'm probably landing on probably like, well, you said like a 6 out of 10.
I'm thinking of 5 to 6.
Yeah, I'm thinking 5 to 6. I'm probably leaning more towards 5 to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Because like there is a lot of good, but there is a fuck ton of bad in this, like a lot.
I agree.
And yeah, if you're walking out of a movie and the first thing you're thinking of is like, why did I watch this? Then yeah, that's a huge issue. Because like when I walked out, I was like, why did I even? I know nothing. I still know nothing about the Backrooms at all.
It honestly wasn't that scary either.
Yeah,
there was
and
like
even
2 sequences that were actually scary.
I genuinely thought that there was like so much longer left of the movie because I was expecting like this kind of build up to like we're gonna find out what Async's doing, then like something's gonna be like going on with that. But like genuinely, as like a third act, like it's just so like kind of lame to me. It's just her getting chased by like this clock and then she gets saved. Like to me, like that's just such a like not like scale wise. I just feel like it's shit.
You know what I
don't know how to
think
explain
could
it.
have been like a better way to do it is if they sort of went for like a more cabin of the woods approach where we see like both sides of what's happening. We see the company doing all the stuff in cabin of the woods, and then we see the survivors. That would be so much better because we get the expansion on what Async's doing, why they're there, as well as what we're seeing with Clark and Mary.
No one is like going into this movie thinking that like the human part is more interesting than the async part. No one is thinking that because
Exactly.
the human part's cool and all, but like how are you gonna like when you're talking about what's like interesting, the async part is way more interesting, and you could tell that from the opening. Like as soon as the opening finishes with the employee, like you're like, damn, that's interesting. Like that's how I felt. I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on with them. Well, I still don't know, bro.
Yeah,
So
we don't know anything.
we don't know. Yeah, I reckon that's
very
it.
disappointing, but yeah, I think that's it. For
Yeah, I
this
mean that's all we have to
topic.
say.
So we'll move on to the next segment.
All right, so moving on to the next part, I'm going to quickly talk about episodes 5, 6, and 7 of Euphoria. Bro, grow up. Yeah, so I don't remember exactly what happens in each episode, so I might be like kind of getting the order wrong. But yeah, I'm just quickly like touching on all like the parts. I'm just going to go straight into spoilers here. I don't know, man. Episode 7, like, I'll start. So first of all, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Cassie. Like, genuinely. I didn't mind the whole, like, movie thing they're trying to do, or were trying to do, rather. I didn't mind, because it was kind of, like, taking Cassie and, like, I hate the OnlyFans part, so I was, like, liking that they were trying to, like, get her out of that. But, it just kind of ends with, like, her going back to the OnlyFans thing, so it doesn't really fucking work. And that shit is fucking abysmal. Like, it just keeps getting worse. Like, it's just so bad. And yeah, what else? Maddie, her thing's fine. I don't mind. It's the same thing like with Cassie. She's just with Cassie most of the time, so it's like still shit. With Alamo and like Rue, I don't know. I can't lie. I just am not like the biggest fan of this whole like drug turf war like type of thing going on. Like it just doesn't really feel like what Euphoria like is. It's yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't really work, to be honest. As well, it's fine. I don't like hate it. I don't really like it. I love love's crazy. I don't mind this stuff going on with Alamo and Maddie. I think it's interesting, like the way that they're both trying to kind of use each other to like make
Benefit.
money, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting to see it. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've seen like the hot tub scene in that in the most recent
It
episode.
was really interesting. The whole thing was
Yeah.
kind of creepy, but anyway. Yeah, so that stuff I don't mind. I think it's interesting. And then yeah, so there's nothing really much to say about 5 and 6. The stuff with the ruined jewels is like, bro, who the fuck it? I mean, they get like 3 minutes of screen time, and it's like nothing. It just continues to be nothing. I do think they're like kind of building towards something there, but I mean, it's really not happening yet. The stuff with I always forget her name, bro. Lexi is decent. Like her like whole thing with trying to get Cassie on board with it is interesting. It's fine. But yeah, then we get to the real bread and butter here, which is the stuff with Nathaniel, Nate Jacobs, right? Yeah, so obviously we see him kind of get kidnapped by Naz, and I kind of don't like that I feel like they treat it like kind of like a joke, but he straight up just loses like 3 fingers and like 2 toes or some shit.
It
Like-
reminds. I kept seeing people in like TikTok comment sections like putting photos of Mr. Potato Head, and that just made me laugh so hard because it's very accurate.
He just every time they cut back to him, it's him losing another like finger or like a leg, and they genuinely treat it like a joke, which I think is kind of silly, but whatever. It's fine. You could kind of feel like the Naz is like a threat. Like he really doesn't give a fuck. Like he just keeps doing it, and it's brutal. And then yeah, eventually we reach a point where I gotta say I do think it's like kind of slightly. There's 2 things I don't like. So all right, let me like figure out the order I want to talk about this. But episode 7 I think is like definitely better than most of the season, but there are still like kind of glaring issues with this stuff. One being that I don't really understand why. Unless I like misheard something, I don't really understand why Naz would kill Nate, considering that Cassie is regularly sending him the money. So like I don't understand, and she's sending a lot of money. Like what? It was like one scene was like 30 grand. I think the other one was like 20 or something. Like she's sending him money. It's like I don't understand why like Naz is killing Nate if like he's getting like what he wants. Which is just really. And then the other thing, the biggest issue of this episode and the last one. Why is Nate not going to the police? I genuinely don't understand. There's no reason. He's not even doing anything illegal. Like, there's no reason for him not to go to the police like this. It's not like, oh, I might get in trouble too. For what? Like, he literally has not broken any law. In fact, the whole reason this is happening is because he's following the law with the fucking flower. I don't know if you know about this, but there's a flower, which is the building project they have. That they're working on, because you know it's like a building project.
Yeah.
There's a flower that's endangered, and that's the reason they can't build there. And Nate's trying to get like these permits to build like around the flower, whatever. And it's just really hard to get like building permits in LA. That's like the cause. He's literally trying to follow the law. Like he hasn't broken any law. And this guy is straight up like, yeah, he hasn't paid him, but you can't stop fucking taking people's fingers and toes off of that shit. Like he could just straight up go to the police straight away, and it would be fine. I just don't understand why he doesn't do it. And I kept like assuming that eventually it would go to that like stage. Like at first I was like, oh, maybe just as an ego, but like he doesn't want to go to the police. But you'd think after like maybe the second finger or toe, you would like go to the police, and he just doesn't do it at all. It's so weird to me. And yeah, like I kept thinking of it over and over again. And I watched episode 5, 6, and 7 back to back. So like I know that I'm not like kind of misremembering it because I watched it all like so quickly. There's no reason he can't go to the police. And even in that stage, I feel like even if you are doing something illegal, you would still want to go to the police at that point. But yeah, anyway, Naz basically buries Nate, and then before that, he makes it very clear he's going to go after Cassie because he says that Cassie is enjoying her freedom too much, even though she's paying him. But yeah, so then he sends Artur or whatever his name. I'm not doing the accent, bro. She sends him to go basically get Cassie, and I was not expecting what I was going to see. Like he straight up opens the door. Just fucking drops her onto the table, a glass table. I was not expecting it. And yeah, holds her captive. And then yeah, so now we see Maddie go to Alamo, and ask him for help, which is the hot tub scene.
Yeah.
And yeah, they cut like this agreement where Alamo does it, and now I think it was, I can't remember, like 20% of all of.
It was $1 million, wasn't it?
Nah, that was a different thing. He gets some money back, but like now he has like this agreement with Maddie where like 20% of all of her future earnings will go to him or some shit like that, which is a lot.
For a guy that cheated on her.
Yeah, and Maddie is I was about to say that Maddie like shouldn't even care about Nate this much, but yeah. Well, she cares about Cassie.
For a guy that cheated on her with the friend.
Yeah, those are the two people she said. And yeah, so she goes. Alamo kills both of them, and then actually ends up keeping his $1 million too, which for some reason surprises Maddie. I think like, no shit, he wasn't just gonna leave $1 million. Like, obviously he's gonna get it back. She was like all surprised, like, oh, you got your $1 million too. Like, yeah, no shit. But yeah, so that's going on with that, and then obviously they get Cassie back. They open up the grave, and we find Nate dead. And yeah, it's kind of fucked the way they did. I was not expecting that. So
snake,
yeah, basically he's buried and a snake goes down this air hole, which is interesting. So I guess they was Naz really trying to kill Nate then? No,
I don't think so.
He was just trying to
more of like a
scare him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm wrong in saying that.
It would have also given Nate the time to like he would have survived. Like
he definitely
would have survived.
So I guess I'm wrong about that then. About like him straight up killing Nate. I still think that it's weird that he just buried him, but yeah. So the snake, this python goes down and just fucking starts taking chunks out of him until this is off camera, but yeah. And then you open up the body and the body's fucked. And I think that's how the episode ends actually. Yeah, because then Maddie and Almo are talking, and then that's where it ends. So yeah, we have a finale. I don't really see where the finale's going here. Like, as far as the setup. I mean, we have the stuff with Rue and Lori and like Alamo and all that, I guess. And then I guess we'll see where it goes. I think it's fine. 5 and 6 I think are pretty weak, like the rest of the season. 7 I think is slightly better, but again, there's like blaring issues because like the thing I love the most is that they have the balls to do that with Nate, and it kind of just like makes no sense to me. Why? And I saw a few. I've barely seen anyone. I've seen a few people talk about the fact that he didn't go to the police, but not many. Like I feel like most people are just completely like ignoring that. It's just so weird. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's basically it. EUPHORIA, not much else to say. And yeah, we'll see in a couple of days when the finale comes out. It is the longest finale in HBO's. In the history of HBO, an hour and a half. So interesting. I don't know if I would say that season 3 of EUPHORIA is the thing that deserves that treatment, but sure. All right, we'll move right on.
All right, so moving on, we got our final segment of the day. We're gonna do a box office draft. So we've got the wheel up, we're going to spin it, and hopefully it doesn't land on a year we've done before.
We can't really remember. We'll know when we start doing it by the movies. But
we'll cut it out until we've got a year we haven't done. And
I'm trying to remember. No, okay, we'll just do it. Alright, so I'm spinning it. We'll shuffle a couple times. And spinning it. $2019. Oh, we have not done 2019.
I don't think so.
No, we definitely haven't.
All right, coin toss.
All right. Oh yeah, then we have the coin toss.
And then just wait for that and do a new one.
And we'll do another one.
Yeah, we didn't call it.
Oh yeah, you're right. No,
heads.
Right. So he wanted to see what it was. I was calling it. That's cheating, but we'll allow it. That's cheating because now it's gonna be tails. Watch, that's how it works. Watch. Tails, and now it's gonna be heads. And now it's going to be tails.
Can you stop, bro? We got a video to film.
He actually cheated it. I just called it.
Too bad. So for my first pick, this is a bit of a no-brainer. I'm going to go for Avengers Endgame.
Alright. This guy actually just cheated, bro. Alright. 19.
We're just
we're gonna search
looking at what movies came out that year, but we're not looking at how.
Yeah, well, I've already lost basically, so it's kind of gonna be hard. All right, well, I know what my first one will be. Yeah. After that, I'm just gonna wait. Was it even the right? Wait, maybe it was. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with The Lion King.
Okay.
For mine.
My second pick.
All right, so I think you're only beating me by $1 billion now. So.
Rise of Skywalker.
Okay. I feel like there's better ones, but was that 20? Yeah, it was 2019.
It was.
All right, I'm gonna go with. I'm failing to remember what came out.
Ooh, okay. Oh my god, there's a lot of good ones.
I'm gonna go with Frozen 2 for my second pick.
Okay. I'm gonna go for my third pick, Toy Story 4.
Oh, fuck. Was that 2019? Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna go with. What were the Marvel movies that came out in 2019? Shit. I heard you say. Well, there's two, and I think one definitely would have been a lot more than the other one. So, I'm gonna go with Spider-Man: Far From
That
Home.
was gonna be my next one. What was the other one?
Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh.
Wait, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I don't know really how much it made, but I think Captain Marvel still made a lot because it would have been.
That was the first movie.
I should stop talking, but yeah.
No,
wasn't it? Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh
no,
yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I think yeah.
No, that was between the
Yeah,
two,
isn't that what
and
you
then
said?
Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah,
was
well, after. Oh yeah. My bad. Good Endgame, then what?
I did Toy Story 4, and then my third one was.
I think Toy Story 4 was your third one.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker was the second.
And then for my fourth pick, what was I gonna do? Pokemon Detective Pikachu. I remember that being like pretty well.
Yeah.
What's it called? Marketed.
Yeah.
So
That
I
is
have a
true. It
feeling-
was everywhere. The market.
I remember there was a bunch of McDonald's shit. There was a bunch of everything.
Shit. I think I'm just cooked as an endgame already. Like it's just unwinnable. Wait, is this my fourth pick? Right?
Yeah.
I'm just cooked, bro. I don't know what to say. The game's already gone.
I think I've got my last one. If you don't say it.
I think I'm just gonna go. I think I'm just gonna go for Captain Marvel.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for Captain Marvel.
All right. For my fifth pick, I actually don't know how well this did, but it's a live-action Disney movie, Aladdin.
Oh no, I would have done good. Yeah, for sure.
You've
You already won based off like.
Yeah. All right. So what's your last one gonna be?
I don't even know, bro. What else came out this year? Oh, I'm gonna go Joker.
Was the
Highest rated R-rated movie. Highest grossing R-rated movie.
Isn't that Deadpool Wolverine?
No. Oh, it is now. You're right. It was the highest.
Okay. So for
we already
our
won.
five,
So alright. So
for our five, we've got I've got
So he has Avengers Endgame, Star Wars,
Rise of
Rise of Skywalker, Toy Story 4, Detective Pikachu, and Aladdin. I have The Lion King, Frozen, Spider-Man: Far From Home, Captain Marvel, and then Joker.
yeah. I've got the calculator.
I generally think I did pretty good considering your good game.
Yeah. Do you want me to go? I'll start.
Yeah.
So we've just tallied them all up, and we've got our totals up now. Do you want to read them out, Sankit?
Alright, so we have Jack had 6.53 billion and I had 6.5 billion. Now I just want to say, like, considering he had Avengers Endgame, I fucking destroyed this kid. But yeah, that was a close one. Yeah, but like you don't even deserve that win, man. You threw that so hard to tell your choices. To be fair, it was just Detective Pikachu. Was just a
I
bad
had that
pick.
was under a bill was Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, I had none that were under. I'm actually really happy with that, to be
Yeah.
honest. But yeah, alright,
So
wait, I gotta change the tally for our things.
what is it? 7-4.
Let me check.
I think you're up
Is it
7-3.
this document? It's 6-3.
6-3. Yeah, I was on 2.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, okay.
Because we had a
6-3.
tie for the last
Oh
one.
yeah. All right. So
Not bad.
anything else? Oh, I do want to say we are aware Spider Noir just came out.
Yeah.
We're gonna try our best to watch the whole thing before we film our next episode where we can talk about it then.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I did not
hopefully-
realize all episodes were dropping.
Yeah, we didn't realize all 8 were coming out, so we'll try our best to watch them all before we film the next episode, and we'll talk about it then.
And yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, like and subscribe.
Letterboxd on the screen again.
And yeah, go check out the TikTok too.
Yeah.
And yeah.
we'll see you on the next episode.
All right.